Money doesn't grow on trees, and that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. But if you're looking at a pile of bills and debt, where do you want to start when you want to dig yourself out? Brad Reed is the vice chairman of Financial Wellness Network, and he's got some tips for getting out of that sticky financial situation. Welcome, Brad. Now, why is it so important to get yourself out of debt? Baby steps.
Sure. The reason you need to get out of debt is because money grows. Debt grows. Just like you said, money doesn't grow on trees. I like to use the expression, money grows like trees. So if you take the analogy of a seed, you put a seed into a ground, right, a mustard tree seed or something like that, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be pretty boring, right? A couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years go by, and you see it start to grow, but it's still pretty small. If you go and you take anything from the tree or from the seed, you're going to kill it and the story's over. However, if you let the tree grow, it'll grow into a big tree. You can take a chainsaw and go cut pieces off the tree, spend money, and the tree continues to grow. This is what rich people have done, right? They've got a tree or many trees that are really big. They can go cut off a branch, buy a car, buy a boat, buy a plane, but their tree keeps growing.
Their money is working for them.
Exactly. Yes. So every time you go into debt, you're putting the seed into the bank's yard or your neighbor's yard or someone else's yard. Our message is get out of debt and start planting seeds in your own tree, grow your own financial trees.
Good point. The holidays right around the corner, and that can mean a lot of just gratuitous spending. So do people need to tackle their debt before they go into holiday free-for-all or what?
Yes, you need to tackle your debt right now. If you're in debt, go and take care of that. But yes, 'tis the season to spend lots of money. And it's very challenging to manage debt and get out of debt when you're going through the holidays. So a couple of tips. Make something. It really is the thought that counts. It's the effort that counts. And have you ever gotten a gift from someone and you know they couldn't afford it? It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So if you're an artist, make something. Cook something, print pictures off of Facebook and make a scrapbook. Go buy a $3 roll of cookie dough from the grocery store. Bake some cookies. But it's that thought that counts, yes.
Right.
And if you want to take it to another level, adopt a family in need. Tell all your loved ones, hey, instead of sending gifts to us, you know, we're buying gifts for 2 boys and a girl and this family, and here's what they need. Take the gifts to that family, take pictures, send them back to your loved ones. Everybody wins.
We're going to be givers. Okay, so what's the first thing that you should do to try and get yourself out of debt?
The first thing to get out of debt is quit going into debt, right? Stop spending money that you don't need.
Or don't have.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was Will Smith that said, too many people buy things they don't want with money they don't have to impress people they don't like.
And credit cards. Oh.
So put the credit cards down, stop doing that. Step 2 is to start putting money towards the smallest debt. Only buy the only things that you need for your family. Everything that's left over, put it on the smallest debt and work your way up to the largest debt.
Okay, I did not. That's informative. I did not know that.
That's pretty consistent across financial advisors.
But how do you pick which bills to pay off first? Are there some that are more? I mean, you should start with the smaller ones and then work your way up, like you said. But which ones are the more important ones?
There's bills and there's debt. So bills like your monthly expenses, electricity, water. I would put those in your needs category, right? You need heat, you need lights, those are your needs. So take care of your needs. With what's left over, instead of buying your wants, like your fancy dinners and that type stuff, put them on your smallest bills, get those smallest bills knocked out, and then you can roll up to your largest bills. And then that empowers you for step 3, which is build up an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your needs expenses. Have that as cash somewhere in a savings account. And then if a financial catastrophe hits, you got a bunch of cash left up. You don't have to go into debt. You just start using your emergency fund.
Duly noted. You've got an event coming up. You've got, if people have financial questions for you, right?
Correct. On November 14th at 11:30 a.m., we've got an event at Mestizos, which is called Business in 2013, Are You Prepared? Now, you've got to register if you want to come. So go to the Kansas City Live website. You guys are going to have a link to the Financial Wellness Network, and you can register there. But we're going to talk about business topics in 2013. After the event, if you have questions for any of the Financial Wellness Network members, come tackle us, ask all the questions you want. We're going to be there. But you got to register for the event in advance.
You got to register. So if you want to get out of debt, you need a plan to get out of debt, and you are the man to help. Thanks, my friend. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.